play was over, you can see the next gen stats agrees. This is a 2.7 time to sack, which really puts your opponent in a tough position. Now, I did say I wanted to show at least one time me getting really good pressure from this setup with a 4-man blitz. You're going to see I'm doing that here. I'm using the blitzing middle linebacker. I'm going to drop back right away. And if I pause this, you can see there's at least 3 guys, because the running back's blocking this time. There's at least 3 guys blocking nobody, because they still get a free rusher. That was a 4-man blitz on 6 defenders, and we get a very easy sack. I'm going to go ahead and end the video there. This is another one here. I'm going to essentially do the exact same thing. I'm going to have a 4-man pressure. You see my opponent just throws the ball up right away, and we're getting a very easy interception. Which
Get us a warm-up, Doug.
While I do my sign-off. So if you guys want to see more defensive videos like this, more gameplay videos like this, hit the like button, let me know in the comment section. Other than that, thanks for watching, man. Nice shit. Rather than short routes. Not that this play is without its deficiencies, though, as you'll see a lot of times these purple zone coverages, these seam flats, are being run by defensive tackles or defensive ends, which aren't going to be very great in coverage. You can see they do a pretty good job of getting in the way of certain routes, but they don't do a very good job of actually jumping the routes or playing the ball once the ball's in the air. As you can see right there, the coverage is great, but he gets through it because ultimately they just don't have very good ball skills. So that's probably one of the bigger issues. This play will also have issues covering what I would consider intermediate routes. The defense sets up well enough to cover short routes, but once you get past that, there's not a lot of speed to really cover between that and the safety. So a lot of times these guys will get quickly to the safety level, and the safety can make a play on it sometimes, but a lot of times it really won't. It also has issues with inside run plays. It's pretty good against outside runs because of the blitzing quarterbacks, but if your opponent decides to hit you with a draw or an 0-1 trap or an inside zone, it's not really set up for that. Cover 3 is not really a great defense when it comes to those particular things. Now, on the next drive, even though my opponent did finally score after I was up 20-0 on him, he essentially put the game away. He just couldn't get that
Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as the Raiders get set to face off with the Dallas Cowboys.
You're going to see the press takes a little bit of time to get there, and it's just not as successful. So at the end of the day, man pressure is definitely a better option, as I'm pretty much going to cover the
out of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
You see on the 5-man, once again, the cornerback goes racing in, although he doesn't really bend the corner. Where you go? He just kind of runs past the quarterback. As I get a PI call. But once again, my opponent is throwing short. I try to cut off the short intermediate routes. As you can see, we're basically putting my opponent in the exact same position that my last opponent was in very early in this game. So on the next play, since I know that throwing short is pretty much the only option, I started hard flatting and having a lot of success with that. You're going to see on this next play, this defensive tackle does a really good job of taking away that outlet pass. And my opponent really doesn't have anywhere to go. I'm using deep middle to get another quick sack. On the next play, he does beat me.
Right into him.
On the next play, I essentially switch over to cover 4, so I'm slightly better on defense. But you're going to see the exact same result, the exact same effect as the previous plays. You're going to see once again, he's throwing short, he's forcing a quick throw, he's thinking the pressure's coming, even though I wasn't in the same defense. If I go back to a side-by-side between the two, you're going to see the first game and the second game, it's the exact same thing. My opponent is reduced to essentially just throwing slants, and the only difference between the first game and the second game is I just wasn't fast enough, or I was going against faster players, so they called me from behind. But at the end of the day, this blitz is really the MVP because it's so quick. You can see here once again, a little easily spend one more time. You can see once the ball is hiked, the clock says 2:46 at the start of the play. By the time this quarterback comes on the end of the defensive end, it was 2:44.
I was fucked up.
So seeing his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's 5 guys out there chasing the football.
That was a 4-man blitz on 6 defenders, and we get a very easy sack. I'm going to go ahead and end the video there. This is another one here. I'm going to essentially do the exact same thing. You see my opponent just throws the ball right away, and we're getting a very easy interception, which I'll eventually take back to the house.
First carry for Josh Jacobs.
Okay, so that's terrible for inside runs, like you said.
Just looking for a first down run. Calling it yards. Second and 2.
Where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as trade, access to my boots, and more. Link in the description below.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs.
Oh, wow. What the fuck just happened?
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
If you're looking for the cheapest, and I mean cheapest coins out there to build your God Squad, head over to AOEAH.com. They are fast and reliable. Make sure you use code WOLF to get 3% off. Link is in the description. Now, if you're still playing Madden 22 because you're not on Twitter, here's a defense you can start using to practice it up. Use the Madden 23 because it's concept-based, right? The adjustments are the same. The defense is actually be a little bit more aggressive in Madden 23 than it is now, so learn it. If you want the full scheme breakdown in the member section, okay, because it's still going to be a viable one. So make sure you understand the adjustments and stuff behind it. Drop a like, subscribe, become members, all that stuff. All right, when the Madden 23 drop, we're going to go in, we're going to dissect everything. All right, I already know that there's going to be quarters defense, dollar, there'll be some crazy blitzes, so be ready for the blitzing side of Madden 23. If they don't nerf that game and it comes out the way it should, it's going to be crazy on defense this year, son. However, a meta will take over as far as abilities and
Losing yardage to the 5. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on second and third down.
Mr. Throw It.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. He will push his way forward down about the 3-yard line. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They really like
what's up, guys? You want to get your hands on the latest From the Stash merch? Check the links below. Get the From the Stash store.
Oh, motherfucker. Good shit.
Appreciate all the support, as always, and we will check you in the next epi. AC Infinity is sponsoring this episode. Use discount code TheStash15 for a discount on any of their products. AC Infinity is well known to have some of the highest quality dozens equipment on the market today. They have everything from grow lights, grow tents, inline fans, oscillating fans, smart controllers, and so much more. Visit their website at acinfinity.com and don't forget to use discount code TheStash15 to save on any of their products.
I feel like when it comes down to a lot of the topics we have, some of them could be like 2-minute conversations. So there's one question I saw earlier about road bags. Never used them, and Chris is the only one in this room who has. Maybe one drink is fancy shit.
This one is the fair catch, a signal for and take it.
I'm surprised you haven't used them.
Grow bags? Or Grove, like Grove Street.
You gotta bounce back.
Never even heard. Yeah, it's just been getting real popular lately. Real popular. Yeah, we'll talk about what is it? Wait, can you pull this up on the screen? I don't even know what it's about.
Grove bags versus mason jars was the
About
question.
set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I don't know.
Following the
So you put
interception,
your
we'll
shit
see
in
what they
this
can put
container. This is
together on this
obviously
one.
what the dispos are using. No bursting, no humidity packs, better
Just
results.
tells me for every game, the team making a few mistakes will win.
I was gonna say,
Shit.
Last mistake is all they want to do.
Amari Cooper.
Honestly, I think just right off the top, just
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads,
there could be
it's
something
sometimes
to
hard
these.
to
I
appreciate
think
how truly
the ultimate
fast they
device to
can
put
move.
your
That
shit
was
in is
incredible.
either a C
This
vault
league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the
a
right
tinted
routes, blocking assignments, misdirections,
mason
and
jar.
stuff. They have these precise
Now, the
arrows
mason
and
jars,
movements.
unless you're going through
Sometimes the
the
best play is
canning
just go to the
process
schoolyard, reload
and
your
sealing
fastest
them
guy and say,
airtight,
go long, go
it
get
can be
it,
tough
man.
because they're not airtight. They're actually leaking air as much as they are keeping things away from it. So, I don't know. Personally, I've never used one of those bags, but I would say
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, Tyron Johnson. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
What are you trying?
Yeah, I haven't used them, so I can't really speak upon it. I'm interested to learn more about it, though, because what it said on there is kind of interesting, right? No burping, no what? It controls
D up, fellas, D up.
It's about set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when
it
they get
comes
to the end
to
zone.
like jars, man, I use a variety of them. These are what I personally dig shit out of. Yeah, recent squat, and bro, you drop this on the concrete, like not the concrete, but drop this on your like floor. It ain't gonna break.
I got a variety of little jars too. I got hold on, let me get this little cute one too.
Yeah, you know, there's some things I think that, like, don't get me wrong, I've never tried these bags, and they're probably great. Old habits kind of die hard for me. And I've got, I've got the quart jar, I've got half quart jar, I've got a little jar. So it's like, but when it comes to price and does it really retain any of the curves, I guess that's up in the air. Yeah, well, that's cute.
This shit.
Yeah, I bet you could drop that with the lid on it, and it's going to be okay.
Probably the way it's built. It's short.
Yeah, it's like an egg.
Yeah, and then I also got one of these little minis with nothing in it for some reason. You know, got a little variety. You gotta have it back. And then throwback, old school days. You know what I'm saying?
Right? No,
come up on a first and 10.
I haven't even seen one of those ideas, man.
I was like, I'm just gonna zip the travel weed. Like, I'm gonna break up lunch so I can just kind of pour it up.
Good shit.
For Jacobs.
Yeah, and you know what, as long as you're not putting anything in the field, unfortunately those plastic bags are done. There is enough science out there to know that the trichomes, the terpenes kind of react negatively to plastic, and it degrades quicker. So yeah, really anything that's not plastic is going to be a benefit, really, and it's shaded, I think those good. They'll even ask, can you talk about CO2 besides the tank options? Inhale bags, 2 bottles yeast and sugar mix. Just half second since I finished reading, and nobody's talked over me yet. Again, the CO2 is obviously a benefit when you're in the garden. In my opinion, the majority of people that are using CO2 are wasting it. I see these bags hanging from tents that have like 1, maybe 2 plants in it that aren't taking up much of the canopy.
Go recovery.
The 4 or 5 feet off the top of the plants. The tent's not sealed. I think in more cases than not, people are
so possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
CO2 and or wasting CO2. I think if you are going to consider using CO2,
good block. You
want to be aware that it's actually going to dissolve amounts of CO2, and that's typically going to be when you're using high-powered LEDs. You've got a big full tent or plants. That's where I would be using
I'd use both bags. He decided to take in the whole meal and for a touchdown. TV natural.
Alright. You got an answer, baby.
Much cheaper, so look into that if
following the touchdown, ready to kick it away.
But you have to shake the canister every day. It's a change out every 2 weeks, I believe. And I think it costs.
Don't do it.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Wasting it, as Pigeons had mentioned, but the intermittent exhausting is really.
Let me do my thing.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time the formula was pretty simple: 1 play draw, 1 pass set. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right in your playbook, 1 play drives exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
We'll see if it's that easy here. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. Fights loose. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people. But that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs. I think it was like $50, $60.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Yeah, that's just me on a small scale.
Yeah, and before you
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Because sometimes, you know, depending on where the space is, it may already be pretty high. And again, if you don't have the intense nutrient uptake or lights, probably not even necessary. You know, it just depends on the way you're going about it. I know that I've got buddies who swear by it.
Remind you, in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando. And our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers on the next few stats.
That's on me. Could have got more than that.
A couple of first downs on the drive already. As they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Giving away lead, throwing away lead is a harvest.
The give is to Elliott.
I don't grow many plants, I grow small plants.
Good block, good block.
So I don't really conserve.
Good shit, fellas, good shit.
A guy who considers himself underrated has told his detractors to put some respect on his name. Hard not to respect a run like
Keeping
that.
the block downfield, baby.
You know what I'm saying? So I've got the Chiletto G, and I've got this chemistry I'm going to be running. Otherwise, for the most part, I don't have any shit I'm not going to like. But I'm eager to improve. Still a lot of random shit I don't like.
You gotta do it in the league game, baby. You gotta do it in the league game.
Nothing else to it. So my best stuff usually I'll do that real quick. I do.
You got a lot of shit you don't like.
This shit
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
I'll go and grab some if I need to. You know what I'm saying? I've got buddies who grow, and usually I'll
Returning it,
like set to do
Johnson.
all trades and shit I don't like.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard
But
line.
it just is all preference, you know. I'm snob when it's done. So,
I find typically when I'm running out, I also have the same issue on both sides. I have issues of shit I don't like, and I got shit I like. A lot of give shit away. But the question was, how do I conserve when I'm running low? And number one thing I do when I conserve when I'm running low is switch up the
Raider
technique
offense
which I
set to
smoke
get
by.
this drive started.
I
And
smoke,
with still more than a minute to
typically
go
out
in
of
the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
If I'm running out
You
of
gotta
weed,
push it
first thing I'll do is
whenever you
change
get
the
an
bowl
opportunity.
in that
You
bowl.
can never
Because
have
the bowl
enough
that I'm
points with
typically
the offenses that you face.
I see.
Try and score
easily.
when given the
So it's like,
opportunity.
if I'm going to be coming down to the low, it's a matter of changing it up. Change the bowl to a smaller bowl. Change the pipe, you know, with a smaller bowl. Then, of course, I see Dave Hansen in the chat. And if you guys are watching this on YouTube, we actually record these episodes live on Twitch.
That's complete to his tight end Waller.
Twice a week, Thursday. And as Dave Hansen got done today, he's helping to influence the conversation by participating in the chat. So you can do that as well over on
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50
I like to
seconds
also
to
switch
go in the
to
first
a one
half.
hitter. Now, I don't know what you guys refer to them as, a baseball bat and a box, or a box and bat, or a
Back-to-back good
dugout.
plays have him on the move on first
yeah,
down.
no, I know it is, yeah.
The one hitter. It's something that I've relied on
One-play
very
action.
heavily.
It's called.
That way, I find that you can get
It's a short
just as
pass and it's complete.
or
And he's
get
down at
just
the
the
48.
dose.
A pickup of 4.
Get out of there, boy.
You get just the dose you're looking
And
for.
ended at
But
the
a
other.
one hitter, and you
Now
can
the
really
Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in
changing
the
up the
first
method of
half.
smoke is a great way to conserve when I'm running
Coming
out
up
of smoke.
on a 2nd and
I've been
6.
so blessed I haven't been that low, man, in a long fucking time. Like, I'll go back and
From
smoke
the
shit.
gun, it's
Like, if I
Carr.
have to.
Ah.
The beauty is I
Throw's going
don't.
to be
That was the
incomplete.
pick.
You know what I'm saying? So worst case condition, I'll roll the front of the mids, and I'll just coat that
We
shit
know
some
he
good
has
waxes.
confidence. He'll throw it any place,
And then it'll
anytime,
taste better.
anywhere.
You know,
That
but then
time it
also,
fell
depending,
incomplete.
if you got a
So
vaporizer,
after the second
if
down
you're in a
and
situation where
completion,
you're
they'll
trying
come up
to
now against a
preserve it
3rd
more,
and 6.
or you're also trying to
Now Carr.
conserve it more at the same time.
Oh, you gotta pick that off, baby.
Incomplete.
That'd be a little bit of frustration.
One more time.
Back incompletions, receivers blanketed on both attempts.
And
This time
but
on
it's
third
pretty good in
down.
the vape, wasn't it?
And
Yeah,
no
it's
move to
fantastic
pull
in the
Carr in the
volcano.
offense
Yeah,
also.
yeah,
They're going to
yeah,
go
it's a
on
real
4th
treat,
down.
real treat.
And it'll last longer too. That's the thing is, so you can stretch it out more with different applications. That's for sure cool. And then maybe
Good shit.
It's Henry Renfro. And he is tackled inside
that's great.
the 40,
I'm
not
saying maybe
quite to
don't
the
smoke a little bit.
35. So the pitch and catch good for 11, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
He's drying out till 420. It's crazy, man. It's fucking crazy. But, you know, if that's what you're into, you want to what you got to do, go for it. One kind of personal question I wanted to answer, because this is actually, I've kind of flip-flopped on this one. Well, I flipped, then flopped. So, OG, Lieutenant Blazer 556 says,
why don't you turn around, man? What did you do?
After I switched, but when I was first making YouTube videos, and for the first 3-4 years, I was an advocate, hardcore user.
What you're gonna do is turn around.
And I did not use a lighter at all.
Whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
You're using it to light your weed with.
And it was
So
a mixture
3
of hemp and
seconds here
beeswax.
remain in the half. Almost the field goal unit to see about getting 3
funny
points.
because when I used hemp wick, I realized the very first time that weed, not all of these tasted the same.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to
until
go.
I started using hemp wick, I realized that same damn taste I was always
Both
getting.
teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Gott.
You know, and often you get a cherry, but there was an underlying taste that I was always getting that I could never pinpoint. And then I started using hemp wick, and I realized, shit, that's butane. That's that butane smell or taste that I was getting that I didn't realize. So yeah, hemp wick gave me a smoother taste, more enjoyable taste. Problem was, it's cumbersome as fuck. You know, you're literally lighting a ball string on fire and trying to light your bowls. You know, flavor wrapper on your lighter. Oh, I did that too.
Across the 20, but now Richard Flowers has dropped at the 23-yard line.
And so, you know, I'd have this ball, I'd be trying to smoke the bowl, and I'd have this ball on fire as I'm like trying to like shake it off, and embers are going everywhere. And it was just the most cumbersome process that I had been involved in, and it did not take me long to say fuck this. Well, it did. It took me 4 years, but once I did say fuck this, I never went back. I still have balls of hemp wick in the cupboard. It's just too much of a pain in the ass.
And you need to use the lighter in order to light the hemp wick anyway, so it's not like you're eliminating something.
Oh, I missed his ass. Good shit. Good shit, good shit.
So,
91 yards
to those
for him on the ground now as he's been terrific here this afternoon.
It became
He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
Okay, so that's another thing. So it's like, even if they try to use, now you're teaching someone how to fucking
not just the series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, what are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just got to find a way to tackle someone.
And it's worse if you're kind of
It'll
like
be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
But I'm usually in front of this fucking microphone. We already got a couple burns, so I don't really want to, ruin it. So I just don't.
There's a handoff to Jacobs.
It's just coming to
Tripping.
Just a yard or two short.
Alright, enough of that shit.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and
Get my
making
rock
it work.
back.
Carr completes it. Drake with a first down and more. And he'll be taken down at the 26.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against
Shorten it up and get my rock back.
Reestablish the tempo.
And it should be the
A
first
nice
one
throw there, and they're
basically,
putting together a
how
very
do you
strong
use the
drive as a
like
response.
distance is kind of what the video is all about. But I tested it down to 50%. And long story short, some grow lights
Here's
are
Jacobs
gonna be
on
on
first
point,
and 10.
some will be a little bit off. And
Down to the ground right
as
on
a
the cusp
general
of the red
guidance,
zone
you
after a
can do
pickup
that.
of 5
You
or
can dim it
6.
down 50%.
That's a really
Pretty
nice job
much
by them
safely
picking up the
assuming
run
it's gonna be
blitz and
about
detecting it
half
and
the
blocking it and turning it into a
you have
nice
to
run.
test it on
And a
your
lot of
individual
times you
grow
think
lights.
if you
The ones
blitz a
I did
running
is
play,
basically
you're going
on
to smother
point.
it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage,
100%
and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
239, so it's a little bit off.
Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro.
I'm getting exactly that.
I think that's a good call for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Focused is a focus more from the center outwards. There are
On
definitely
first
some
down, Drake.
variables.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8.
100%.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they had a very nice productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Watch this thing in action. It is incredible. Just
Able
watch
to
it
drop
where
him
the
for a
water
loss of a couple.
swirls
Okay,
through the
Dan.
piece and the smoke kind of just mingles its way together. This is absolutely beautiful. And can I tell you, it is thick.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on
To the
third.
stand, to the percolation.
Shotgun now for
those
Carr.
are really thick glass.
That'll be checked down
And
to Drake.
so I think it's
And
true
they'll
to
get
the
him down
One
about
more
3
time, one more
yards
time.
short of the first.
And using promo
That
code
one good for only
DUSTASH
6, and it leaves him with a fourth down.
Save the planet. I see a bunch of question marks. Maybe this is a question. Please, will you guys rock Tim McCormick's 360 line? Let's see the carbon-rich diet at
He has
work.
a nutrient line.
Fucking didn't know either, man. And huge fan of Tim. So.
Wasn't he on Chad?
They'll go for it. It's Carr.
Like a song.
This is caught. And
Nope.
this is going to be close. The
Good
defense
D, baby.
stopped him, and they did.
Never heard
The
of that
Raiders
before.
try
You've
it
asked it
on
a few
fourth
times. I've
down,
seen
but
it,
to
but I've been
no
waiting for someone
avail.
else to jump
And
in.
it'll be a turnover
I
on
use
downs.
basic as ball jars. That's what I
About
use.
set for this next drive by the
Yeah,
Cowboys
I
offense.
use mason
They
jars
do
last year.
trail,
I
but
don't
they have a
think
chance to possess the football
again,
first to try and
not
do
the most
something about
effective,
it.
right? If you're going to do the canning technique of boiling them in water,
Is it
taking
going to
them
win the
out,
game?
yada, yada,
No,
that's how you
but you
can
have to do
fruits
something
and
to bring
vegetables
some
and
life
jam.
to your
You know,
sideline.
that's how we should be canning our wheat. You know, sealed, airtight. And you can do that. So,
And
yeah.
that is
Yeah.
going to do it
I like
for
it.
this
I like
third
it.
quarter of action.
Um,
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on
we got
EA Sports.
something in the works, ladies and gentlemen.
Now
We
they
got
can
something
breathe
in
a
the works.
little easier, some room to operate as they've got a first and 10 now out past the 20.
I was just, sorry, I'm just reading this.
I would say one.
They keep on the ground with
I haven't seen
Elliott.
it.
And
That's
he'll be
embarrassing.
down right
Yeah,
back
I
at
see
30
that.
here.
I've heard great
105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Shit, I thought I wasn't doing shit.
And, sorry, as a sponsor of mine. And,
gritty run, got
love
behind
it.
his
Love
pads,
it.
bowled
Love their
over a
models.
few
Love their
people.
line. I'm a
Look
huge
at that
fan
one,
of
right
Remo.
up
I
the
love what
gut.
he's
So
doing for
through
the
three
content
quarters,
community. I love what
nobody's
he's doing
gonna
for the
like
cannabis
them
community.
now.
I love what he's doing for the international community.
On second down.
Good shit, good shit. I fucked that up,
This
though.
one, but this time they get him
Put
behind
this
the
in that other
line.
nutrient company
It'll go as a
for
loss
Show
of a
me.
yard, and
Show
it'll
me.
set up third
Get it in
down.
one place. You can't get it in Canada, right? And it's
Totally
delivered.
get it.
I could probably find it online. I just haven't seen it locally. Right. I don't like
Now
buying
Prescott.
bottled nutrients on the internet.
And he's able to
Right.
hook up with
Paying for
Michael
something
Gallup.
like
And
It
he
was
will
saying
have the
that you
Cowboys
really go to the
first
grocery
down,
store
and
too when you're
comfortably
buying
so
that, but
as he
it's like,
gets
at least I'm not
5
paying
there
for
on
extra
third of the
shipping.
yard.
Fuck that shit,
Ball
man.
up
And
to
then
the
anytime I've
35
ever
now as
bought
they
anything
come
from
up on
Amazon,
first and
it's
10.
not been exactly like it's been when I've got it direct.
Delete that message. God damn it.
Sorry. Something weird. I didn't even see it.
10th carry now for Elliott. And
It's
bulldozing his way through and getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Oh, God. All right.
I
It's
tell
just
you, they
petty
didn't
at
give
this
it to
point,
him
ladies
much for
and
the
gentlemen.
first
All
three
right.
quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has.
Is
but
yellowing
it
at
might
the end
play
of
out
flower
really
a sign
well
of
for them now. As
fade,
you
or is
noted,
it
they want to
screaming
ride him down
help
the stretch.
me?
He should have fresh
What do you think,
legs.
Chris?
It could be a number of different things. I mean, we would need a lot more information.
This is
to
Elliott.
properly
After
diagnose
the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be
Good beat.
stopped behind the line of
You know, it could
scrimmage.
be underfeeding.
The former
Right? Just
third
might not have
overall
enough
pick,
fluid
Solomon
systems,
Thomas
so
with a
that
high
is
motor that
deficient.
time, and the tackle for
pH could
loss.
be out of range. It could not
That
be.
loss
you know,
of 3,
pH is
a
out of
rare
range.
stumble on a
Some
promising
nutrients
drive.
that aren't even
Here's second and 13.
So it could be just locked up, is what people often call it as. You could, if you're growing like too close, it could be burning the top part of your plants, causing yellow.
He's got his receiver,
So it could be a
Cooper.
number of
And he's going to have
different
another
things. I
first
check on
down
those
as the
three
tackle
things
comes
first,
at the Raiders'
and then
30.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner.
Yes,
Watch them
that's
drive for what would be a go-ahead
You
touchdown.
take a blast. Gotta take a blast, baby.
This is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the
You know what I'm
fourth.
saying?
just looking at yellowing or decaying at that point of
So the
farms
Cowboys
like
in
it
possession
could be
of the
natural.
football here as we
That
get you
could be
reset.
happening because sometimes
They
things
come
fail
up
out,
on a
but
1st and 10,
it's
desperately
more
needing a
likely
score
you
here
may
on
have
what
some
could be
collision
their
going on. So
final
I would run
drive.
through the list that Chris just laid on the solid.
Now, if you're week 6, if you're in like week 6 on an 8-week flowering, and your plant starts to fade or
First down
decay,
carry by
Good D, good D.
Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the
If you're
loss.
starting to see it, I wouldn't panic. Around
To
week 6,
throw,
you've got
Prescott.
a 10-week or 11-week, 12-week strain.
Oh, what the fuck was that?
Incomplete. Was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really start to finish.
Pieces of art in
What exactly is going on?
I mean, I think that'd be the big guy in the industry if he had a book
Just
on
a
all
bit.
of the garden.
Maybe he can get it
The
back in this
encyclopedia of
situation.
gardening.
He'll need to.
Like I said, if they can grow rich,
And this is caught. Amari Cooper.
book.
And he does
You
it
don't use
right, make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
I am working on a new book right now, so I'll reveal it. Twitch exclusive. I think I might have said it once, but it is on organics. Organic
They'll
growing.
try to run it in with
Oh,
Elliott.
right there, you book.
And this one will wind up losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Hoping to have it up by the end of the year. If not the
They'll
first of
try
next
again
year.
with Elliott. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Because there's so much missing information, like online right now, like the YouTube videos or whatever.
Now Dak.
People are missing things. And I know a lot of people transition from bottles to organic.
Tony Pollard
And
from
all
6
of them
yards
is
away.
covered.
And the Cowboys have retaken the
Pretty much a
lead.
beginner into intermediate. So, like, you can get to the beginner
See,
stuff.
it seemed like they were
but
so
it
focused on the
beats you
guys out
hard
wide, they
to go
forgot
on
about
to
him
the
out of
next
the
step.
backfield.
That's a really good
So,
point
like,
because you got to communicate.
Good shit. You know I was trying to run the clock out.
That's
The
exactly what
timeouts,
you're doing.
though.
You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside.
Nothing
Who
like
gets
that.
lost sometimes? The back in the
Good
backfield.
shit.
That's
Good
exactly
shit.
what happened there.
And he got into the
Excited
end
to see
zone.
that. We'll definitely be promoting it and having random books. I'm getting it shelved once it shows
Now
up.
after the touchdown, it's
And
Zerline.
it's
He'll
going to
kick it
be every book.
away.
And maybe other book up there too. Who knows? You know it well.
Now here's Johnson.
Cam Shan.
And he brings us out
Yeah, I
past the
think
20 to the
a lot of people are
24.
going the organic route, which is cool, which is great. And there's nothing against bottle nutrients, but I noticed like every post you have on Instagram has been like, oh, the organic shit. I'm like, where's it been from? I'm like, oh, okay, I don't have it. It's good. It's
The
good.
offense
So,
for Las
you,
Vegas
of
about
all
set
people,
to
I
begin
think
the
putting an
drive.
organic
They're
book
down
is
here in a
deep into
one-score
the past,
game.
what, 2
At the
years?
time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not
Okay,
because
so,
this amount of time
yeah, you got
gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences.
Damn, good shit. Good shit.
And he's way down into Dallas territory.
Wasn't expecting that. That's my fault, fellas. My fault.
Big play there for Vegas. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge game, and that turns things around.
Thank you guys so much for all the love in the chat, man.
Throwing
We
his
really
car.
appreciate it. Shout out to all the first-time
And he
chatters
can't
coming in
get
over here, too. We
it
see you,
away. He's
girls.
taken
I see you.
down.
There was a few
Now
first-time
following the
chatters
sack,
today.
they'll look to make amends on a second down
Nam
and
was one of them. Thank you
17.
guys for following. Thank you guys for participating in the chat. Rob said it, man. The
Good game, cuz. We win, lose,
is
draw.
second to none. This podcast is, in my opinion, the best grow podcast on the planet. And that's simply because of you guys. And maybe because of it's you guys. It's you guys. Because if we could talk all the fuck we want, but if nobody was listening to us, that'd be another story, right? So thank you guys for helping anoint us and make us feel like
One more time. One more time.
Great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Pitches 420.
Now Carr, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They
Good game, bro.
And they turn it over. They had to go for it with Sutton.
Alrighty then.
This episode is brought to you by IPVanish. Get 65% off your VPN when going to watchsealtv.com/VPN. Now, if you're a paranoid person like myself, you might want to consider hiding your location online. Whether you're ordering some beans online, or you're looking to watch a show that isn't really available in your area, not that you would do that or anything, because nobody does stuff like that, of course, right? Using a VPN when browsing online can be a huge benefit regardless of how great you think your security is. Big shout out to IPVanish VPN for hooking this up. I use it myself, and so does the team, and I tell you what, there's nothing like it when it comes to security online. And now, thanks to the homies over at IPVanish, you can save 65% on your VPN for the year by going to watchsealtv.com/VPN.
AC Infinity is also sponsoring this episode. Use discount code THESTASH15 for a discount on any of their products. AC Infinity is well known to have some of the highest quality gardening equipment on the market today. They have everything from grow lights, grow tents, inline fans, oscillating fans, smart controllers, and so much more. Visit their website at acinfinity.com and don't forget to use discount code THESTASH15 to save on any of their products.
I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about, the fact that you were just at one event Friday night, and then Saturday night you hopped on a little motherfucking plane, just popped over and you're at another event. You were at G4, right?
Yeah, in Vegas. Yeah. It was the past 2 weeks were pretty busy with Hall of Flowers and Secret Sesh and Green Street Festival and G4 Live Bartender Awards and the Hashcut. Like, there was a lot going on in LA, and it's crazy how everyone decides to just plan events the same fucking weekend. It's not like we have 52 weeks in the year and you could just, is there 52? I don't know, 54, 56, something like that. 50 something, dude. There's 57 weeks in the year and they decide to do it all on the same motherfucking weekend, bro. It's fucking annoying, but at least we get to have events again.
You'd think they would talk to each other with this kind of stuff. It's like
they do.
We're all in the same community. Yeah, they do. Yep.
They do on purpose, because there's egos in the space, and everyone wants to swing their dick around thinking they're better than the others, and proving like, oh, I'll get my event. More people come to my event than your event, and it becomes like a fucking stupid competition.
Right, and the ones that pay the price is the consumer at the end of the day, right? Because you're picking one over the other. Because we're not all balling, and we can't all afford tickets to every event, right?
Yeah. The consumers and also the vendors, dude, or the people who have booths, because now their clients, the people that they're there for, they're spread out now. They're not like all concentrated in one venue. Now you have a couple people here, a couple people here. So as a company, it's like, do I spread my team around and spend extra money to go to all these events, or do I just go all in on one event? Is the event I'm going to go in, is it going to be a good event because people talk about like it's good, but everyone always hypes shit up, or is it going to be a bust? Like, I'm sure we've all experienced events that we've gone to super exciting, like, damn, well, this is kind of a bust. It's kind of fucking whack, dude.
Oh, yeah. Gone to too many of them, unfortunately. The big trend is you can't smoke weed at a good 95%, maybe 99% of the events. And I do get it. I get the restrictions. We were at Green Street Fest, had a great time. The fire marshal came, Fire Marshal Bill, said, no fucking fun. Shut it down. Can't smoke. And I get the views of like fire hazards and things like that, but it really sucks that cannabis events you can't smoke at, but you sure as fuck can drink at almost all of them. Yeah,
and you shouldn't call it a cannabis event if you can't consume cannabis, dude. Like, don't have a weed event or call it like whatever, weed, whatever, marijuana or cannabis if there's no weed consumption allowed, dude. That's my biggest pet peeve, dude. And I got to experience that at a couple events. And if you throw in a weed event and you're serving alcohol, you better expect me to light up, because if you're going to kick me out of a weed event for smoking weed, then I shouldn't even be at that event.
Yeah, you're wrong. You're not wrong, and that's like going to a music concert and not playing any music. It's
even concerts you can smoke weed. They don't advertise it, but once that main act is on stage and you're ready, like, you could light up. Security at that point is gonna be like, whatever, bro. We're just gonna fucking. We told you guys all before not to smoke. Now there's thousands of people smoking. We ain't gonna stop it.
As long as you can smoke somewhere. I mean, like outdoors, for example. I mean, MJ BizCon. Let's talk about that for a second. They had, you couldn't smoke in the main area, but you could go outside and smoke out there. Golden Bong Awards, right? You weren't supposed to smoke inside. People still were, but they had the balcony, and everybody was smoking out there. Green Street Fest, they had an outdoor smoking area, and then they had a balcony on the second floor, and then they had the rooftop, which eventually, like you mentioned, got closed down. But at least it was designated areas where you could smoke, right?
Yeah. I mean, as long as they understand that they give you places to smoke, but when you have to make up your own smoking section, like MJ BizCon was zero consumption when they first started. It was just a bunch of Brads and Chads, corporates, trying to fucking sell hardware and Delta 8 and all sorts of, like, fake weed that these motherfuckers don't even smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? They're in the space. So I would just, I mean, at MJ BizCon, I walk around the convention smoking, dude. You're going to kick me out, Bob.
So you take the party to the parking lot.
I don't need no Delta 8 shit. Bye.
Well, that's the issue too. Is like, think about navigating these. Just like you were saying, the cost of all these different events. What are you going to go to? As a consumer, only some events make sense. As a business person or as an influencer or content creator, maybe you want to hit all of them. But like, I know that I've had people who are viewers of ours that go to CannaCon or MJ BizCon, and they're like, it was cool seeing you guys, but and nothing else here that I'm getting, As we're this event, you left, at Green Street, people were handing out pre-rolls and fucking rosin and all sorts of shit. So you leave with something. Like, you spend $25, you leave with more than $25 worth of stuff. Other events, as a grower, you're like, oh, this is awesome. I get fucking, a box of nutrients for free or dirt cheap. I get this product or that product. It really depends, because you don't know until you get there. Unless they advertise it, hey, you'll get all these things for free.
Yeah, or they have different, like, tiers. Like, general admission just gets you in, but if you buy, like, the VIP experience, you'll get a gift bag with a bunch of shit or access to certain things. So it depends what event it is, who's throwing it, and I would, like, look into it and ask people about events. Like, is it worth it? How was the last event? And it's hard to say because there's a lot of people now throwing their events for the first time.
Yeah,
so you don't know what to expect. So you just got to see, like, the companies that are there and who's with them to kind of understand. It's a process now, dude. But it's like any festival, any type of venue you go to. Like, what am I going to experience, dude? You read your Yelp reviews.
Well, you actually get contacted quite often to host events, right? So you have very good knowledge when it comes to what events are good and what events are bunk. Can you tell us about some of the events that maybe you host and that are really good that you suggest people to attend?
Secret Sesh.
Secret Sesh. Okay.
It's a great event for the community. It's, for consumers. It's direct. It's businesses directly to consumers. You can consume. That's, like, if I'm a part of an event, like, you'll know you'll be able to consume there, because I ain't doing events that are, like, not able to smoke weed in. Unless they're paying me, like, way, like, stupid amount of money, like a big corporate gig. I don't care. I'll sell out for a fucking paycheck. But I won't tell my price to go. I'll be like, yo, this event, you can't smoke weed at. But, Secret Sesh is
no
a good
shame.
one. Huh?
No shame. There should be no shame in that, brother.
No, I got bills to pay, bro. I don't give a fuck.
That's right. It's a job, baby.
I be real. Yeah, I'm real with it. I'll tell people, like, yo, I'm hosting this event, but it's not like a fucking consumption event. It's just like whatever. But, usually, like, competition events, they let you smoke weed in. Like, if they're having, like, a cup or something, those are usually consumer events. And I wouldn't go to, like, conventions or things that are in, like, big public places, because you know that they're going to be strict with it. And it's just someone trying to flex it. You'd be like, oh, well, we got the Las Vegas Convention Center, dude. We got the big... Yeah, but you can't smoke weed in the Las Vegas Convention Center, bro. And I don't want to stand outside in 120-degree heat in the sun with no shade because you guys don't care about us and you're not giving us a smoking section. You're saying go outside, bro. I smoke blunts. I ain't trying to sit in the sun for fucking 20 minutes smoking weed, dog. I ain't going to get high. I'm just going to sweat it all out.
It was death. It was death, let's be honest. In Vegas, that little back porch area that you had to toke, it was a wide open. It was on, like, the south side of the building, or east side, so you were just baking full of tank. Yeah.
And that was November.
And that was November.
And bro, no one out there, like, there for the stoners, dude. No, food part. You have to go inside and get convention center crappy ass food.
Yeah, Bud Light
for a bottle of water, dude. Like, what? We give out free waters at the Secret Sesh, dude. Stay hydrated. Stay high, stay hydrated. We ain't trying to fuck you guys up.
And that's another thing. Go ahead, Chris.
I was going to say, that reminds me that another event that was in Vegas outdoors was Hempfest. They had Hempfest out there, and I think they had it in like May or something like that, in like 2017, and it was bad. It was over 100 degrees out. People were just dropping like flies.
It was like Woodstock out there.
Was it on a dirt lot?
It was in a park. It was like Craig Ranch Park or something like that. And
Yeah.
it was pretty bad. It was like people like left because it was just sweltering hot. It was like summertime here, you know, May, June, July, August. It's over 100 degrees here every single day. So it's it sucks when they don't have like an indoor area where you can at least cool off, you know.
Well, and then you look at the price. It's $300 per fucking ticket. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything with like hemp in the title or something, like, nah, that ain't it, dude. That ain't it.
Yeah, you're wrong. Well, like, my big issue is the price difference. So again, Green Street was great because it was so affordable. 25